Yo, it's Duff for the Cloud Chaser TV, man. We back up in this thing again, you dig? Hey, man, we got an exclusive for you, man. Definitely exclusive. Shout out Trife Gangsta, man. RP Banger. His brother lost his life at the tragic event that took place at Irving Plaza almost 70 years ago, come May 25th. So, y'all put them RPs in the comments for us. Definitely not a reflection of hip hop. We definitely don't want things like that to take place in hip hop because then people will shy away from it. So keep that in mind, man. Let's stop the violence. But when it come down to Wack 100 and Maino, now Wack 100 and Maino got into it recently over this whole Troy Ave chain situation. Like Maino made a video. He spoke on Troy Ave chain, said that he had the chain almost 7 years. He just revealed that he had the chain. And since then, people ain't put out, pictures of, you know, Maino wearing the chain. So I asked Trife Gangsta about Maino wearing the chain. Do he think that was the chain? As well as like them mentioning his name. Cause a lot of people were saying I didn't have it right. So I asked them, like, far as the court goes, did Troy Ave bring up Maino name inside of that courtroom? And he broke it down for us. Also he spoke on having a phone call with Maino the other day. He said he'll touch on it. So y'all get in the comments and y'all let me know what y'all think. It's done for the Cloud Chaser TV. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Share this on Facebook and Twitter. Also, if you're new to the channel and you ain't been getting your notifications, unsubscribe, subscribe again, and hit that notification bell on all. Gang.
Hey, Trife, I've been wanting to ask you this question, right? Because, like, when Wack 100, he had went on Clubhouse and he was speaking on the Troy Ave situation, right? And he had said that Troy Ave was a rat. And then, like, I don't know if it was when you hollered at him on Clubhouse or it was on Queen Wolf from the Facto show. But his whole tune changed, bro. And now we here today where he back into it with Maino. We was just playing audio that he had got into it with Maino probably like 6 years ago. How you feel about this whole situation, bro? You think that Maino should have never inserted his stuff, or Wack should have never inserted his stuff? I know somebody should have never inserted their stuff.
And the Max will never inserted
Oh yeah,
himself.
that's a fact. I forgot to mention him. I did say that earlier.
I mean, what Wack do? He been talk about topics and stuff from New York City. I don't think he changed it off of nothing I said. I didn't really speak. Well, I haven't spoken on Av's testimony on how I feel about it in no shape, form, or fashion. So it couldn't have been off of something I said. But I spoke about the facts of the case in regards to some of the details in the sentencing on the conviction. I don't know if that would have changed anything he had to say, but I think the chain conversation is really when him and Maino really got into the issue because he spoke on that chain and posted Maino comment that Maino posted shortly after the shooting at Urban Plaza that Maino responded to that, and I seen that's where it really took off at. That's from my understanding.
No, I think you're right. It was the chain situation for sure. And like with Maino, it's been a lot of people talking about Maino when it comes to him putting up that chain. Like me personally, I think he possibly could have addressed Troy Ave, but without the whole chain scenario. Like, well, how you feel about it? You know what I'm saying? Like him being one of your peers.
It's a lot there, bro. I'm still taking that in because that's spooky, man. That's bad work, man. I mean, I ain't heard an explanation that could justify that to me as of yet, and I don't think I could hear one. The energy. I moved around with Av and them prior to my brother getting killed, so I already know what the energy was like, and it wasn't no. The only issues niggas had was with Tax running his mouth, so no other camps out of New York was beefing with Av. So for that to happen and him not to turn that over, I'm still trying to understand what type of sense he could make out of that.
No, I got you.
That shit nasty. I don't care what you talking about, man. Like that should have been turned over immediately. No ifs and buts about it, real or fake or whatever it was. That should have been turned over.
Yeah, then they been putting up posts and pictures of Maino what it appears to be the same chain. You know what I'm saying? He wearing the same chain. So, is them Jesus pieces like when people make them, is it possible that they can look the same or they
Oh,
try to
that's
make them
tough,
unique?
man. Man, fuck all that. That's the same chain, man. Ain't another chain. That's the same chain. That chain ain't come.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, it is wild though, because he was saying all that about that chain and saying that chain garbage and to see him in pictures and in the whole music video. He said something about the date was 2015, but they saying it came from 2016. Like he was lying about that, but I don't think Troy Ave he really ain't spoke on it direct. He had put up the clips. I want to see what he got to say about it.
Man, what's there to say? The clips is the facts to it, and nothing else for him to say. It is what it is. People did their homework and didn't see no photos prior to Urban Plaza, so it's up to Maino to produce something other than to show that, not just saying that. There's nothing substantiate that you had any chain of that fashion prior to Urban Plaza. So 7 years is going to be on May 25th. So it's not even 7 years yet. The anniversary is the death of Banger's May 25th, and that's coming up. So um, there's nothing to substantiate, no proof, no nothing other than this. If he would have never spoke and burned that chain, nobody would have paid no attention to that. But Av knew that chain was missing from the day it happened, and there's a host person who gave him that chain. I wasn't even his original chain. So that it's a fact that that chain was fake, and that's that chain.
That's what I was about to say though. And then uh homeboy, he didn't even know Mano had the chain until that video came out, right?
Nah, the chain, he went in with the chain and didn't come out with the chain. So dude knew the chain was not on his neck at the night of Urban Plaza. The dude that gave him the chain, he spoke to him on a visit, and dude was like, "Don't even worry about it. It's not even official." So he just let it go
No,
six
I got
plus
that
years
Trife.
ago.
I got that part Trife. I'm talking about like recently when Mano came out, he took the shit out the ice tray, flamboyant shit. He didn't know Mano had the chain though, right? He didn't know
Nah,
where
you
that shit
know,
was at.
I thought the chain was lost.
Yeah, see that's spooky, bro. Why is you holding a nigga chain for if you ain't never have a problem with him? Just in case a situation like this. That makes no sense.
Yeah, that don't sit well, bro. I held it just in case I had to put you in your place. That don't sit well, bro.
Yeah, that is wild. Like I ain't gonna lie, that's wild. That's why I say if that was the case, which clearly it was, he mentioned it, right? But I don't think that he should have spoken on that chain. Like, that shit was bad work. You know, he could have said a whole lot of other stuff. And like, this another thing. So I had thought that Maino name was mentioned by Troy Ave doing his testimony. And I had people been commenting on my videos telling me that I should go look at your interview with I think it was Doggy Diamonds or somewhere you explained what had happened in that situation. Can you explain that again, bro?
Tax Stone attorney was remember Tax Stone's only defense throughout his whole trial was that Troy Ave shot the club up, shot the venue up, shot my brother, shot himself. That was his only defense. So he spent the whole trial trying to throw reasonable doubt by mentioning other people that were there, including Casanova, Uncle Murder, and including Maino. So it was the attorney who, on cross examination, started asking Troy Ave questions and brung up Maino's name, and then Troy Ave said whatever he said in regards to Maino. He didn't just jump out on trial and say, "Yo, Maino this and Maino that." So it came from the attorney.
Gotcha. Yeah, because people definitely was putting that on my comments, like, no, you got it wrong on this part right here. You should go check out this, do some research. I was like, oh damn.
It's a lot of details to the case. I ain't really, it ain't really come out yet. But yeah, when you hear all the real facts of it, people have better clarity. That's why I've been speaking on it more, because it's been a lot of, you know, internet confusion about what the facts are. But that's just what it is. So when I spoke to Av or whatever, Av is upset because he said he asked Mino after he came out the green room and saw a bang on the floor to help. He's like, yo, help pick him up. And Mano was like, nah, leave that nigga right there. So I've been holding on to that for several years.
But was Maino
In
wrong
your
for saying
opinion,
that? Because when some,
go ahead, bro.
no, I was saying is Maino wrong for that? Because when somebody shot, you're supposed to move 'em.
Yeah, but according to Mano, I spoke to him after almost 7 years, a couple of days ago, about his side, and he told me some stuff that I speak about later. But it's interesting. But he said that was what he was pretty much saying, but he never said it. When I spoke to Av about it, Av said that he never said don't pick him up because we don't know what he shot at. Av said he just said, don't pick that nigga up. So Av in his years has been having that in his mind, that he was like fuck your man type shit. So that's why he on the type of time he on.
Yeah, I, I mean, he probably didn't like, but anybody that's in the streets know that though. You don't supposed to pick him up, let him sit there. You know what I'm saying? Because you move around, the bullets gonna travel.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I
So
hear that, bro. But in this scenario, I'm not jacking that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
We talking about a venue. We talking about, you know, the fact that you can't wait for no police at times. Sometimes you gotta put your homie in that car and get to the hospital, bro. You ain't
yeah,
waiting for no, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hear that. You know what I'm saying? We understand that, but you got a better chance of you doing that versus leaving somebody there to die. My brother died right there on that floor. You know what I'm saying? He was
okay,
laying there for too long. So he never made it to the hospital. So I now even weigh in my mind, how if somebody would have just got him from off that floor and took him out and drove him to the hospital, would he have survived?
mm. Yeah, and that's what I was gonna ask. Like, damn, he could have survived if he probably would have made it to the hospital. Like, you know what I mean, on time instead of bleeding out.
According to the trial, he didn't go. He didn't go down. He didn't go down with the first shot. He left sometime. He left the room sometime after the third or fourth shot. You see him running out the room holding his chest, and then eventually falling down by the bar, and he was on the floor for the rest of the melee while everybody's running back and forth. He was on the floor. When Av finally came out the room, he was on the floor. So he was on the floor for a good several minutes without no type of help, no type of aid whatsoever.
Hey, bro, like in your opinion though, what's been the biggest thing that people had wrong, like since the case has started, like far as the trial that's been on the internet, the biggest thing that they had wrong.
But other than Av shot my brother, just the fact that niggas trying people don't understand what energy is, man, and everybody want to make Av the aggressor because of what is being said. But from my perspective, the aggression came from tax, and the aggression was before they even got to the venue, and some more details that I'll speak about later. But Son was definitely the aggressor, bro. Not Ab, but tax. You gotta remember, aggression doesn't come with me swinging on you. Aggression is, 80% of communication is nonverbal. So I don't need to say something. It's my actions. It's certain things that you do now creates that aggression.
Like what make me question is like, okay, I don't think he picked the chain up, Maino, right? I think he actually more so. It sounds like he probably might have yapped him prior to that. You know what I mean? Because how would you get a man chain, or did he come in there with a
There you
chain?
go. I gotta stop you right there, bro. They go to the false fuckery that get pushed out there. That's just your opinion. That's not facts, bro.
Yeah.
He did not yap him in no shape, form, or fashion. That would you'd have heard him going at it with Mano. You think he just gonna yap him and that was that? Like that doesn't make any sense, bro.
So how would he get the chain? That's why I'm confused. That's why I'm like, yo, it don't make
That's why
sense.
we
Could have
all
been on the
Bro,
confused,
floor.
bro.
bro,
That's why we
the
all confused.
man,
It's weird.
the man, the man was fighting. The man was in there fighting Tax Stone for the gun. He in his testimony he detailed how he had to put his finger behind the trigger and he had to uh he was behind, he horse collared him, he had him from behind and he's hitting him at the top of the gun on the top of his head. And the DA showed that Tax DNA was on the butt of the gun where Av said he was hitting him with. And one of the people who testified against Tax, his friend, said that when he met Tax that night, Tax had bumps and shit on top of his head. So he fought for that gun. So you talking about a tussle for your life. Chain fell off, bro.
Yeah, I just think it's weird that you see all that violence going down, you hear gunshots, and you looking for somebody chain. I'm trying to make sure my people, my loved ones, and me in a safe spot. You know what I mean? In a massacre like that, you get what I'm saying? So that's why it didn't make sense for me to like. It didn't make sense for me to hear like when he said, "Oh, I was looking around, I see his chain on the floor, I pick it up." Like, you know what I mean? That's the last thing I'm thinking about is somebody's chain, especially, you know what I'm saying? If like I consider him a friend at one point, you know what I mean? I definitely would have called him back that night, or even like a month, like a weeks later. However, I haven't played that. I wouldn't have waited 7 years to say I had his chain. You know what I'm saying? That's why certain stuff just don't make sense to me. But you know, it ain't meant for me to make sense for me. You know what I mean? But and it still makes sense. Like, you know what I mean? Somebody having a full like whole brawl, massacre, shooting, and you looking for somebody chain.
I don't think he was looking for it. He was there. He might have saw it, picked it up, and just went on about his business. And at that point, you know what I mean? Like he said, he was one of the last people out the venue.
Mm. Even then, I still come on. We are the streets, though. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna say we took something from a crime scene. Like, you know what I mean?
Nah, bullshit. You see a big ass piece of gold on the floor, you think it's real, nigga. You snatch it, bro.
I'm
But if
saying
you
like
know,
maybe
but
it's
I'm
just
saying,
somebody that don't allegedly got money or it's
nah,
not
it don't
whatever.
matter, bro. You
But
talking
I'm
about
not
you
picking
talking about
nothing up off no crime scene. Like somebody just had a shootout.
it wasn't a
Everybody know
crime
that.
scene yet, bro. Niggas ain't know where that chain came from. But if he knew it was Troy's and at that time if they wasn't beefing, why not just hit the nigga up the next day or the next night and just drop the shit off? Or just at least let the nigga know, yo, I got your shit, man. Come get it whenever you need it. You know what I mean?
Bro, he knew who
Yeah.
chain that was, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like you
He
can't,
he
yeah.
said he knew who chain was
That's
it.
what
He
I'm
said he
saying.
said it
That
in
shit
the
is
thing.
weird, bro.
He said he knew.
And the fact that you kept it for 7 years is that shit is just that's some grimy shit. If that was supposed to be your man at the time,
Yeah.
Nah, that was his man. Maino was close to Casanova and Texter and them niggas, son.
Yeah, but it was they did music together and all that, bro. It was mutual respect. I mean, it wasn't none of that. I mean, they moved how they moved, we moved how we moved. I mean, I just happened to have fell back prior to this whole situation, but I was moving around. We was moving around New York, out of state together, so I already know the energy. It wasn't none of that energy. It's a lot of dudes that move around Maino that's my guys that fuck with me as well. So it was never that type of energy, bro. So this shit is baffling.